I'm excited. I started just seeking all this knowledge. I became a knowledge seeker. Seek the wisdom of mentors, cutting your learning curve, right? 3 years sitting there. Obviously, he knows a little bit more than the young know, and now I have their knowledge, and now I'm able to. It was easy. Everybody would do it. This is common sense. You're asleep or you're awake. That's what I talk about. You're a product of your environment. You're straight up a product. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chapter 9. I'm excited. Chapter 9. We're gonna dive right in. All right, I don't know what's in my face. But we're gonna dive right into the chapter. Chapter 9 is knowledge seeker. See, we're all knowledge seekers. Get your t-shirt. If this is your chapter, if you like this chapter, get it. Rock it. Okay? Mine's coming already, right? So, the reason why I put knowledge seeker was because along my journey, I started just seeking all this knowledge. I became a book junkie. I think I am a book junkie. I'm not gonna say I became. I'm a book junkie. I'm a book junkie. Every time, like, look, I got books right in front of me right now. Boom. This is called Unlimited Personal Achievement by I don't know who, Terry. This is All for One. This one, bars. The power of the subconscious mind. So I became a knowledge seeker. But another thing that was also profound was it takes a lot of time to read, right? Warren Buffett takes 6 hours a day to read. Like, if one of the most wealthiest man in the world, Warren Buffett, reads for 6 hours a day, every day, you have to read at least for 10 minutes. If you don't have 10 minutes, make it happen. And once I started learning and reading and growing my mind, things just started happening. I started having more fun, right? I knew things, and I helped other people, spreading the wisdom. I started doing it. That's what I like to do, spreading the wisdom. I like to spread the wisdom. So another thing as well, and this is not what they taught me in school, was seek the wisdom of mentors. Why? Why seek wisdom of someone older than you? The reason why is because they've gone through life. They've gone through their journey, and they might learn, and they learn things along the way that can cut your learning curve. So, for example, in one of my businesses that I'm working on, I have my mentor Maximo, and it took him 3 years, right, to have the success, a certain amount of success, right, and it took me 6 months, right, and the reason why is because it took him 3 years. He learned what to do and what not to do. And then he taught me what to say, what not to say. He cut my learning curve. He didn't have a mentor. Oh, he did. But he was learning as he was going too, you know? So, from 3 years to 6 months, because I started listening to his wisdom. I sought him out. I listened to him. So, whatever you're doing in terms of business, in terms of love life, in terms of health, wealth, happiness, learn from others so that you can cut your learning curve. So let's say, for example, you want to lose some weight. Okay, go to someone who's lost a lot of weight. They know what they're doing, and they'll cut your learning curve, right? They've read 8 books. They're going to be like, here you go. This is all the golden nuggets from these 8 books right here in 3 pages. Boom. There you go. Cutting your learning curve, right? 3 years, 6 months. Right? It's all about cutting the learning curve, learning from others and their mistakes, and that's what I like. I elaborate more on that, and later in the book. Learn from others before you do trial and error. Right? So let's just jump right in. So he leaves from his mom. His mom couldn't answer the question of why he couldn't hide in his shell. So she says, "Go seek the wisdom of the oldest tortoise alive." In Hawaii, right? So he seeks the wisdom of Elder Tortuga. Who's Elder Tortuga? Well, Elder Tortuga is, I believe, he's 85. He's 80-year-old tortoise living there. Obviously, he knows a little bit more than the younger tortoises, right? Especially his mom. 80 years old. That's how he is. So he seeks him out. Now, think about it. It's a baby sea turtle going up a mountain, wobbling, right? The perseverance. See, we're all baby sea turtles, okay? I don't know if you're wobbling. I don't know if you're running. I don't know if you're walking. But as long as you don't quit on your goal, you'll get there. See, a lot of people say it's not about destination. It's about the journey. Okay, it's about the journey. It's not about the destination is there. And when you get there, guess what? You're going to make a new destination. And I learned that from Zig Ziglar. Like, I read his book. It says, see you at the top. He goes, you make a goal. When you hit the goal, now, as a human, right, as a human being, you want to hit another goal. Like, all right, I hit the goal. I got to the top, and I see a bigger mountain. I want to climb that mountain now. So it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, okay? And I wrote that. The journey is going to be long. You might wobble or walk fast, but it doesn't matter. What is yours is yours. Remember that, okay? Now, Elder Tortuga, it means in Spanish, turtle. So I use a little, that's why I said word choice. Check it out, watch out throughout the whole book. Now we move on, and he asks him, hey, Elder Tortuga, my name is Nori. I came to seek your wisdom. Came to seek it. I want to know what you know because I need some answers. I need some answers to my questions. See, a lot of us don't ask questions. I encourage you, ask questions. There is no such thing as a stupid question. I don't know why. I don't even know why that's a cliche. Oh, there isn't. Me, when I was in college, if I was not understanding the topic, I was going to ask the question until I got it. Till I got it. Sorry, I don't understand. What does this mean? So ask questions because answers will be given to you. Okay? So let's move on. So he goes, hello, Squirt. You made a journey to seek my wisdom. To seek the knowledge makes you stand on the carcass of the Alba giant tortoises. What that means is when we seek knowledge, we stand on the shoulders of the greats. I stand on the shoulders of Benjamin Franklin. I stand on the shoulders of Napoleon Hill. I stand on their shoulders because I see further so I've learned what they know, and now I have their knowledge, and now I'm able to see further. That's all it's about, right? Seeing further, spreading the wisdom. Okay? So we dive right in, and he starts asking him questions. He's like, why did I hatch so different from the rest of the tortoises, right? And he responds, Elder Tortuga, he says, there is nothing wrong with being different, young one. She's like, so why can't I hide in my shell? He goes, would you rather hide away from your fears inside your warm, comfy shell or face your fears by handling pressure and getting uncomfortable? And I'm asking you that right now. What are you afraid of right now? Are you hiding away from your are you hiding in your shell? See, what I wrote was when you hide, right? I think I'm a little tilted. When you hide from what you're afraid of, you're neglecting what needs to be done. Simple. When I hid away from my problems, the problem never went away, and I was neglecting. And neglecting, what did I write? Neglecting is just making the problem worse. See, just face the fear. Face your fear. Face what you gotta do. Just face it. Because once you face it, it's done. It's over. It's over. Right? And he goes, I want to do both. I want to hide away from my fears and also handle the pressure. Listen, and I wrote it right here. You cannot have excuses and results. You just can't have both. You just can't. Either you have excuses or results, but you can't have both. So let's just have results. And look, if everything was easy, right? If you started something and everything was easy, everybody would do it. This is common sense. You gotta have this common sense. So you're gonna go through tribulations. You're gonna go through adversity. Just do it, right? Just do it. Just do the thing. And one of the things I've noticed was when I was afraid to start something, I just started anyways, and I learned along the way. I just learned along the way. See, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. And all these ideas are coming because all the mentors that I have. See, some mentors, they don't even know who I am. Online, Todd Lopez has no idea who I am, but he's my mentor. I'm learning from him. He made mistakes. I don't want to make his mistakes. I'm learning. Warren Buffett. I'm learning from him. So, step away, okay? See, here's the thing. Once you start getting uncomfortable, it becomes the normal. It becomes a habit to get uncomfortable. When you get frustrated, boom, you go do something. Bam, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do something about it. See, we become so comfortable with being afraid. I'm gonna say that again. We became so comfortable with being afraid that we don't do nothing about it. And then 5 years later, you ask yourself, why don't I have what I asked myself 5 years ago? Because you just was comfortable. Became stagnant. So you got to remember, okay, the ocean never gets comfortable. Never. It's always uncomfortable to get in the ocean. Ocean's constantly moving. Tides in, tide out, tide in, tide out. It's always moving. Keep it moving. See, when you stop doing something, when you get comfortable, like, I'll give you a perfect example. When you're in bed, you get nice and comfy, right? About to snow, you got your pillow, getting comfortable. Oof, you get comfortable. And then what happens when you get comfortable? You go to sleep. When you get comfortable, you go to sleep. Either you're asleep or you're awake. That's how you wake up, because you got uncomfortable. You moved in a certain position. Now you get a neck cramp, and you wake up because you're uncomfortable. Simple analogy. If you're comfortable, you're sleeping. Straight up, wake up. Because you know what? Your older self will thank you later. Straight up. So, let's move on. Okay, cool. So he finds out, he asks him, okay, so why can't I hide in my shell? He goes, bro, you're a sea turtle. The elder Tortuga tells Nori, the sea turtle, hey, you're a sea turtle, okay? And he even says, I'd rather be a sea turtle. Why? The ability to travel, okay? See, I consider myself a sea turtle. Why? We have this whole world to travel. There's nothing stopping us. We have airplanes to go. See, I was 21 years old. I live in Rhode Island, and I have never gone to New York City. Never. Why? I was comfortable. I was sleeping from the amazing world. 21. Didn't go to New York City. New York City's 3 hours away. The only place I would go to is Boston, 45 minutes. That's it. Boston, Providence. Florida, only when I would go to Guatemala. That's it. I only knew what I knew. And the reason why is because my mom, that's all she was comfortable with. She's just comfortable with going to Guatemala. She does not like to travel to different parts of the country, different parts of the world. Why? I don't know why. But I started doing that. I started going, and my mind grew and expanded. I started learning different cultures, different kinds of people around the world. I became more grateful because I have so much things here. Yeah, I might not have everything. I might not have a Lamborghini, but I have a car that works. And I went to different parts of the country where they don't even have a car. They have to walk 10 miles to their job. So I just became so grateful for the things that I had. See, travel expands your mind. It expands it. See, and that's what I talk about. You're a product of your environment. You're straight up a product of your environment. See, if you surround yourself with 5 bums, guess who the 6th bum's gonna be? You. If you surround yourself with 5 successful people, you'll be the 6th successful person. So one of the things I started noticing was once I started changing my environment, literally like my environment, like physical environment. I'm at Dean's List Academy. It's a center. It's a community center for adults with disabilities. So like I was saying, I do work here at Dean's List Academy, and I changed my environment. I started changing my environment, and I started having different kind of a life. I just started having a different lifestyle. So once you start changing your environment, you begin to have a different lifestyle. And so he goes on, and he goes, Elder Tortuga says, Nori goes, why would you rather be a sea turtle, Elder Tortuga? He goes, well, for starters, you're going to grow vast in size, even bigger than me. Unlike those who are limited by their habitat, okay, me staying in Rhode Island, limited, and have no choice to be stationary. I do have a choice to be stationary. I chose to be stationary. You have the vastness of the ocean and the ability to travel all around the world. You have the vastness of the world and the ability to travel. And once you begin to travel, like I said, you just start to expand your mind. Your horizons are broadened, okay? And when you feel lost, just remember, look up, and remember that the answers will always be given to you, and the stars will always help you navigate across the oceans, across the world, when you're aiming at them. See, sometimes I was lost during the process of writing a book. I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew if I aimed high enough, I was going to hit something. And I started hitting. And I'm glad I did. So I'm here just to tell you and spread the wisdom, just to do the thing, and you shall have the power. See, when you begin something, if you don't know how to do it, just do it. And you'll learn along the way. And when you're learning along the way, you begin to earn as well. Maybe some money, but maybe some other wisdom from other people. So that's chapter 9, the knowledge seeker. So he asked him so many questions that the elder Tortuga couldn't answer anymore. I believe the last question, he just recommended. He's like, you know what? You seem, I could never have that. So he goes, Elder Tortuga goes, you know what? You have all these questions and you want all these answers, but I'm only limited to 80 years of knowledge. So go seek the wisdom of the oldest tortoise alive. And that tortoise, his name happens to be Jonathan. And he lives in St. Helena, right here, in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. And he's 185 years old. Okay, his name is Jonathan, the great tortoise. And so he's going to travel. Now, this is where his journey begins. Now he got what he needed to learn from Elder Tortuga. And now he's going to go seek the knowledge of the oldest tortoise alive. So he's going from Hawaii all the way across to St. Helena. And along the way, along the chapters, you'll see what he learns from different creatures he encounters. So I'm excited. That was chapter 9. We're about to go to chapter 8. And that chapter is called WIT. W-I-T. Whatever it takes. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I always post amazing motivational content. And also, if you like the concept, if you like the idea of being a knowledge seeker, go rock the shirt, girl, boy. Just go rock it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll see you in the next video. Spread the wisdom. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. Congratulations on reading the chapter. Hey, before you go, congratulations on reading chapter 9. Can't wait to see you in chapter 8. If you're reading, here's a reading tip. What I usually do is I read 10 to 20 pages a day so that at the end of the month, I read up to 300 to 600 pages. Okay? So with that being said, guys, subscribe right here so that you can watch more wisdom videos and keep spreading the wisdom. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.